The views and opinions expressed by the On the Spot with David Rodgers show are solely based on the show's hosts, guests, and viewers. We are solely responsible for all show content in its entirety and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of any sponsors in any way. These broadcasts are presented and made public by the On the Spot with David Rodgers team in the hope that it'll be entertaining and informative to our viewers and listening audience. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's 7 o'clock and time for On the Spot with David Rodgers. And now, here he is, Mr. Friday Night, the show pony himself, the man, the dream, the legendary David Rodgers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to On the Spot with David Rodgers. I'm your host, David Rodgers, alongside Mitchell Gunner. The Byron Bagwell is out on special assignment tonight. Great to have you all along tonight. Tonight's show sponsored by Mitchell Gunner Racing. Be sure to follow our favorite NHRA Division II Summit ET Sportman racer as he tears up the tracks in the southeastern United States. Follow Mitchell on Facebook for the latest. Let's get the show started as we always do with our prayer, our pledge, and our patriotic or quote of the week. Let us bow our heads, ladies and gentlemen. Our righteous Heavenly Father, let us thank again for a wonderful and glorious day you've given us, dear Lord. Thank you for this time that we have with our show crew, our brothers, and our special guest tonight, dear Lord, as they're working hard to do your will and your way, as we got events coming up in our great city, in our great community, in our great county, dear Lord. Just keep a hedge of protection and keep everybody safe as we go out to all these events. Thank you for letting us live in the greatest country in the world today, the United States of America, the most powerful country, dear Lord, the most freest country. Keep a hedge of protection over it, dear Lord, and keep us safe from international and domestic terrorism. Thank you for our armed forces, each and every one of them, dear Lord, as they are out there fighting for us, to keep us safe, to keep us out of harm's way. Make sure that you keep a hedge of protection over them and bring them back safely to their families. Thank you for our first responders, dear Lord, each and every one of them that work tirelessly day in and day out to keep us safe, not only during the day, but at night, dear Lord, when we rest our head, knowing that we're protected from the enemies that is trying to harm us, dear Lord. Thank you for the food that we receive each and every day. It goes nourishment of our bodies and our bodies to thy service. Again, thank you for this great day. Thank you for the great week that you're going to give us, dear Lord. Thank you for this show. And thank you for everybody that's tuning in and that you just keep them safe, dear Lord, from harm's way. And we ask for these things in your Son's name, Jesus Christ. And the congregation says, Amen. Amen. All right. Let us stand for our pledge. Mitchell Gunner, if you would, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen. All right. Welcome into On the Spot with David Rodgers. I'm your host, David Rodgers, right alongside Mitchell Gunner. We have Mr. Michael Heater. He's going to be giving the weather here in just a few minutes, directing the show. And, of course, Dave Holland producing the show as well. And we've got a couple of special guests tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be talking about Christmas on Call Street, which you're going to be getting into. TJ and Deanna Gilbert from Making the Cut. They'll be here with us and joining us here in a few minutes as we get started here. All right, quote of the week. Don't make a judgment or chime in your 2 cents or opinion unless you know or have read the whole book, just not the cover. Inside is where you'll find the whole story. Anybody? You want me to read it again? Yes, you. Don't make a judgment or chime in your 2 cents or opinion unless you know or have read the whole book, just not the cover. Inside is where you will find the whole story.
That would be David Rodgers.
That's your guess? All right.
I don't have a guess. I was concentrating.
Okay.
If it's not
Stephen King.
I have no clue.
Michael Heater? You're the winner again. That was on my Facebook page 3 days ago.
I actually
Shirley
I've
Bagwell
been
said
mixed off of that. So.
David Rodgers as well. What do you have, Mitchell?
All right. Instead of buying your children all the things you never had, you should teach them all the things you were never taught. Material wears out, but knowledge stays. Who said that?
It wasn't Richard Petty.
It
No, definitely not. It wasn't Santa Claus.
No,
It wasn't Richard Nixon.
I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
He played in a lot of movies. There was a lot of movies, and his son was also an actor in the movies.
Is it Kirk Douglas?
Nope.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Father and son.
Father, son.
They never played in a movie together.
Okay.
The son died while making a movie.
Oh,
Oh,
Bruce
Lee.
Lee.
Yeah, Bruce Lee. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Brandon Lee. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that
Good job.
sounded,
Yeah,
that
all right.
sounded quite philosophical, so I knew it had to be something.
Yeah, that was philosophical. All right. Hey, again, welcome into the show. We're going to continue on. As like I said, we want to get our special guest in here tonight. Mitchell Gunner joining me, Mr. Michael Heater, Mr. Dave Holland, and of course our special guest over here to my left. They'll be joining us here in a few minutes. So, hey, don't go anywhere because the 360 starts right now. This is the 360. Your news and weather update is 360 degrees in just 360 seconds. Tonight, brought to you by Harry Business in the Deerfoot Plaza, home of the $10 haircut. Call Dave and Company at 904-964-3338. And now open 7 days a week, ladies and gentlemen. We begin with breaking national news out of Michigan, where people say 3 people are dead and 6 are injured after a shooting Tuesday afternoon at a high school in Oxford this afternoon. The 3 deaths are reported as students, as were 5 of the 6 injuries. A teacher was also wounded. The suspected shooter, a 15-year-old sophomore. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we've gone in today's society. A 15-year-old sophomore at the high school is in custody along with that handgun that was used. That's just crazy. In local news, detectives are currently conducting a homicide investigation at the 15,000 block of Southeast 180th Street in the Marion County area of Wearsdale. One person is dead from a gunshot wound. Deputies say there is no threat to the general public. Voters in Gainesville have until Monday, December 27th to register if they want to vote in the upcoming City Commission runoff. Voting starts Friday, January 21st, and Election Day, Mitchell, is Tuesday, January 25th.
Yep.
The Star Fire Department is kicking off their annual Keep the Wreath Green safety campaign starting tomorrow, December 1st. The fire station has hung a giant Christmas wreath in front of the fire station covered in green bulbs. If there is a house fire, one of those bulbs turns red. Star firefighters are asking for the community's help in keeping the wreath green by being fire safe so there are no red bulbs on that wreath this year. The campaign runs through New Year's Day. In the last 2 years, there have been only 1 red bulb each December for 1 house fire during the month. Pretty good.
And David, while we're talking about this, we just fell back on our time.
Yes, we did.
And at that time, that is your chance to remember to change your batteries and your smoke detectors.
That's exactly right.
So if you haven't done so, do it now so you do not become a red bulb on that reef.
Right. Finally, the annual O'Connell Center Craft Festival will be open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, December the 4th and 5th, and will host more than 100 vendors featuring various items and handcrafted merchandise. Tickets are $5 at the door or $4 with a coupon, Mitchell. That's the latest news from around the region. Now, here's your weather forecast.
This weather report brought to you by Austin's Weather Service out of Keystone Heights. Find Austin's Weather Service on Facebook and have a detailed local forecast sent right to you.
And good evening, folks. Just a quick update on the weather forecast. Austin has told us that we are looking at what's going to be considered Chamber of Commerce weather, and I'll explain to you how that's happening. But first, let's get into what is actually a pretty good pollen forecast. The pollen numbers are on the decrease as we go along, and we are expecting those numbers to stay low for the next few days. But there will be an uptick because there's no rain in the forecast. Check out these numbers. 1.2 going up to 2.4 as we make our way into the weekend. I don't think this is going to tick up too much higher because we're kind of out of the allergy season, but we are going to see some of the grass pollens return based on the fact that we are going to see some rain in the forecast. But that is still a week or so away. We've got a ways to go before that happens to us. Around the region, though, as we talked about, it's Chamber of Commerce weather stretching from Pascagoula, Mississippi, all the way to Charlotte, North Carolina. Look at these beautiful temperatures and conditions.
Wow.
Pascagoula, 68 degrees. Atlanta, 69. Orlando, 78. Charlotte, 67. 64 in Nashville with some cloud cover. But seriously, Chamber of Commerce weather across the entire region for the next 4 to 5 days. No chance of rain in the forecast for us, except for perhaps a little bit of drizzle as we head into Friday. But even then, I don't really count that being too much of anything at all. Locally, we're looking at beautiful conditions, mostly sunny skies. Temperature is going to be hovering right around the mid-70s, lows around 50 degrees, depending on where you are. We had a little bit of a cold snap earlier with a frost advisory this morning. That's not going to happen in the next several days. It's going to moderate out and really be nice as we move along like that. Again, mostly sunny skies, a little bit of a cloud cover, a slight chance of a sprinkle on Friday, but don't get your hopes up on that one. And just in time for our guest to talk about the weather this weekend, looking pretty fantastic. That's the latest from Austin's Weather Service, David. We're going to throw it back to you.
Thank you, Michael, for that great weather report. I do have to ask you something, though. I don't. Mitchell said, "Is it bothering you still a little bit?" Did you say you had a little bit going on?
Something
Can
was
you hear my
messing with me
voice too?
today.
Yeah.
Byron as well. Now, what? I know you're talking about pollen count.
Yes.
Could this be another type of allergy that me and Byron and
So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, if you really want to know, let's
I do
talk
wanna
about
know.
what's causing the problem. So, yes, the pollen count, which deals with grasses and that sort of thing like that, is a little bit on the uptick. However, what we're looking at is probably going to be the pine. So pine needles are falling because of the change in the seasons like that. So you are going to see an increase in some of the pine, and that's probably where you're getting the reaction from. Pine needles are hitting the ground. I've been dealing with a lot of it in my particular location and neighborhood. So you will probably end up seeing some of that as well. So yes, if you're having issues with pollen, it's probably due to the pine. And we will hopefully get that kind of worked our way out as we get a little bit further into the winter season.
All right, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. I know something's been bothering me. I know something's bothering Byron, and I know you had it for a couple of days there. Right now, I want to stop real quick. Mitchell, you have a presentation that you would like to do, right?
Yeah.
For a special, very special person that seems to always help out when needed, and I know he's helped you out a couple of times. So, what do you have for us?
Well, first of all, I'll call him up here to join in with us on the camera.
Okay.
Dave Holland?
Oh, me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you're the only Dave Holland I know. Besides Junior.
I'm surprised.
So in the past and this year, you actually helped me out and sponsored me where I could go to Atlanta Dragway and race up there in the divisional finals. So I would like to present you with a plaque.
Me?
Yes,
Again?
for helping out.
Oh. My
Really do
goodness.
appreciate it. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. And guess what?
You knew this, didn't you? He knew that.
I knew it, man. I had to keep the secret.
And just think, this is the last plaque that will probably be ever made with Atlanta Dragway
Yeah.
Oh my God.
logo on it because Atlanta Dragway is no more. It has been totally tore down.
Tore down.
It is gone. So I appreciate it, Dave. Thank
Well,
you.
it's a pleasure backing you, Mitchell. We're going to win one day.
Yeah, one day.
More than one round.
More than one round. More than one round, and that's exactly right.
Thank
And
you.
and that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody trying to help everybody out. And if we had more people that would do things like that, the world would be a lot better place.
definitely.
There's no doubt about it.
I got
So
room on my wall right next
Yeah.
to
Yeah, I was just going to
I
say.
got more plaques in my living room of Mitchell than I got for myself.
For yourself. How about that? All right. So we're going to continue on. Congratulations, Dave. Great honor there.
Thank you.
Before we go, tomorrow night, Wednesday, trivia night at Fun Point with our host, Michael Heater, our director. I know you had a Thanksgiving thing last week. How'd that turn out?
I did. We had a great turnout. Surprisingly, a large turnout of folks that came in
Really?
for that one. Yeah, we ended up with 6 teams.
Not bad.
And would you believe that the first place team won by 2 points?
Ooh, that was close.
It was a Thanksgiving-themed event. We had 15 questions based on all
Just
sorts
all
of Thanksgiving things like that one. And kudos to some very creative minds that came together and scored very well on that one. We invite you to join us every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Again, we're starting at 7 p.m. We moved it back a little bit. It was at 7:15. Had more people turning out. But larger crowd, takes a little bit longer. So we now start at 7 p.m. at Fun Point on Wednesday nights. Come out for a great time. And if you will bring a new unwrapped toy to start the match, I'll give you 10 points. Show up with 2 toys, make it 15. And of course, we play appetizer poker. Make sure you have a winning hand, win free appetizers as well. And just like we do with any other trivia night, it's all about the fun. So make sure you join us Wednesday night at Fun Point for trivia, and then turn right around and get your chops ready, because on Thursday nights, you're headed to the grill.
And guess what? And we're going to do the same thing. Here's the answer for Thursday night team trivia. We start at 7:30 at the grill. Just about 30 minutes difference there. So almost the same format. Mike does a couple of things different, and I do a couple of, but it's all basically the same, and it's basically for everybody to have fun. Bring a new unwrapped toy for the Toys for Tots holiday campaign and earn an easy 10 points to start the match, even without the bonus trivia question. You can get up to, if I do 10 and 10, that's 20 points ready to start out. So, yeah. The word this week on And the Answer Is, we have a category called And the Answer Is. So, every one, like if I do a question and a bonus, all of them are the same answer. So that's the easiest 9, 10, 11 points that you'll ever get. The word is, Dave, grow. I believe the word is going to be cruise.
Oh, I thought it was Tom.
Well, there may be Tom Cruise in the question. Yeah, so absolutely. Yeah.
And if I may say, Dave,
Uh-huh.
kudos and appreciation to the Downtown Grill for hosting a really excellent trivia night every Thursday night. And thankful to them as well for hosting the Toys for Tots campaign as well.
Yes, absolutely. And I want to see, Wednesday night, I want to see bring toys galore there.
Yes.
But bring toys galore here, too. And it's all for Toys for Tots. But that answer is cruise. And now, everyone's favorite segment, Deanne and TJ, y'all were here last time. That brings back a little history, brought to you by our great media partners, WEAG, Eagle Country 106.3 FM, Chuck and Mary Kramer and Lynn Vellis, who I work for on Friday nights during Bradford Tornado football season, and the Bradford County Telegraph, John Miller, John Ryan Tillman, Mark Crawford, and of course Cliff Smelly, which y'all all know. Here's What's the Date? These are the headlines from the Bradford Telegraph during the last week of November in what year? Kendall blamed for couple's lost home from fire. State reopening New River Correctional Institution. And Bradford doctor receives award for his international work. Was that November of 2016, November of 2018, or November of 2020? I already see you smiling.
No, I'm not smiling. I'm thinking.
Kendall blamed for couple's lost home from fire. State reopening New River Correctional Institution. Bradford doctor receives award for international work. Was it November 2016, November of 2018, November of 2020? I see you two over there looking. I think y'all may have an idea, so we'll see. I'll read the first one. Mike, you read the second one, and you read the third one. Doyce and Anita Griffiths lost their home located at 2453 Southeast 128th Street after a fire broke out around 1:30 in the morning. The cause was determined to be a candle left burning after everyone fell asleep. The couple was treated for smoke inhalation but were not injured. The mobile home, of course, was destroyed.
That's right. The Florida Department of Corrections announced that it would reopen the New River Correctional Institution within 6 months, nearly 4 years after the prison had been closed.
Dr. Pete Giannis received the International Trauma Life Support Organization's highest award for 2 decades of service that took him around the world, educating others in emergency care.
What's that? Oh, candle blame for couples lost home from fire. State reopening New River Correctional Institution. And Bradford doctor receives award for his international work. Was that November of 2016, November of 2018, November of 2020? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into On the Spot with David Rodgers. I am David Rodgers, your host. Right here to my right is Mr. Mitchell Gunner. You just heard him doing the weather. Our director, Michael Heater. Hey, just received an award from you is our producer, Dave Holland. And to my left, and you'll see their pretty faces here in just a minute, we got TJ and Deanna Kirkland to talk about, hey, Christmas on Call Street.
Oh, and it's
big
gonna
event.
Be
big
a
event.
blast.
Yes, it is. So let me welcome everybody in. Sheree Alvarez, thank you for joining us. Mary Rainbow, thank you for joining us. Benny Jackson. Well, I appreciate that, but I think you're talking to Mitchell. She says, hello, good looking. Must be you. Roy Jackson's watching. Ronnie Stanley, my old wrestling buddy. How are you, Ronnie? Dwight Allen, great Patriot. Good evening, fellow Patriots. Good evening to you, sir. Noah Gibson. Shirley Bagwell says, David Rodgers said that quote. She's seen my Facebook page. Diane Tomlinson is on. Dottie Hanson's on. Tammy Testone is on. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello, Alvy! All right. David, I will be working on my car again. All right. Well, if there's anything we can do for you, since you're in somewhere in Tennessee, I think we can do much for it, can't we?
It's kind of hard to get parts there.
Yeah, it is.
UPS is pretty busy right now.
Yeah, they are. Michael Box is on. Sharon Pettiprin, the model. Sharon Pettiprin. You know Sharon Pettiprin? No. She said, good evening. So good to see you guys back on. You were sorely missed. That's from the model, Sharon Pettiprin.
God bless her heart.
God bless her heart. You're right. Kathy Stearns is on. Sean Bergen's watching. Hey, the Byron Bagwell is on. He says, good evening, brothers, sisters, patriots, infidels, and
Miscreants.
that's it right there. Denny Ray Randolph is on. That is Roger Cruz's sister, by the way. Yep. Hello, Denny Ray. Byron Bagwell says, boo! Yeah. Tom Bailey's on. He's living in somewhere in Alabama. Michael Botts is 68 here in West Monroe, Louisiana. 68.
All right.
Nice. What are we right now? Not 68, are we?
Well,
Maybe.
a little cooler than that, but I'll tell you here
All right.
in a matter of seconds.
Janet Rolls watching. Lorenzo Jones, my boss at work, he's watching. Gail Allen. Thank you, Dwight. I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Shirley Bagwell. Appreciate that. Oh, and that's to Dave as well, too, Dave, for your award. Dave Holland, we appreciate everything that you do. That's from Byron. And the word, he wanted me to make the trivia word Brandon.
Well, if I do say,
Did you make
Let's
let's go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah. I may do, hey, you know, that is pretty good, and I don't know why I should make that one day. Jeff Goins is watching. All right, here we go. Michael, are you ready?
I am ready.
Dwight Allen says, give me 2020.
Okay.
Roy Jackson says, give me 2018.
Okay.
Tammy Testone says, give me 16.
Okay.
Allen says, no, Michael, change it, 2018.
Okay.
Pettiprin, Mr. Edward Pettiprin says 2016.
Okay.
And Mary Rainbow says 2018. So make sure you chime in. We're going to be moving on with the show. Got our special guest coming on. I'm going to go around the table. Deanne, starting with you. What do you think it is? 2016, 2018, or 2020?
16.
16. Sounded pretty confident.
Yeah,
16. Dave?
My choice was 16.
Okay. Mike? You can. Mitchell?
16.
Yeah, I'm going with 16 too, and I don't know what gave it away for you guys, but I'll ask you here in a minute. Miss Shirley Bagwell says 2020, by the way.
Okay.
So, all right, and the answer is, I hope everybody's in. I know it's a little bit of lag. I hope everybody's in. Ready? Let's get a drum roll. And the answer is, wait for it, Dave Holland, give it to me.
Bam.
November 2016. What gave it away for you?
Reopening of
of New River. Yeah, and that's what gave it away for
Barbershop
me.
talk, man, back in them days.
Days.
All the closes. and all
Yeah,
that.
when I read it, I looked over at Deanne and she's like, "Man, I knew. I knew. It was like there was no way around it. That's what gave it away for
Well,
me.
you see me.
Yeah, and I seen you smiling
I
too.
knew
Dave's
what I was saying.
Dave's guess was already 2016, so great guess, great job. You'll be put in for the drawing
Yep.
to include you two for a $25 gift card to the Downtown Grill. Yep, we put it in, and every at the beginning of the month next week, we will draw names, and we will find out who that winner is. We've had one repeat winner back to back, Roy Jackson. Is that right?
That is correct.
But we've had a couple of repeat winners, right? Or not yet? Just him?
Just Roy. He's the only one.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Bagwell there's not many in for this month, right? Because if I remember the show before we took a little hiatus, Shirley Bagwell was the only one that got that right.
That's correct.
So now we got a few others. So there's going to be a great chance for somebody to win a $25 gift card to the Downtown Grill next week, next Tuesday. So be paying attention for that. All right. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We're going to be right back after this commercial break.
Community happenings and topics with our own local voice on current events, Mr. Mitchell Gunter.
All right, let's get into our local. Just a reminder that the Fantastic Fire Brigade is leading the drive to collect toys
For the
for
Toys for
tots. That's a tongue twister.
Yes, it is.
Around Bradford County, there
Toys for Tots.
there are 10 locations that are collecting toys around the area, including Bell's Outlet, the Bradford County Sheriff's Office, Slice and Dice Barbecue and Lawney, Tractor Supply, and Lending Bear. You can drop off a new unwrapped toy at any of the locations, and a full list is available on the Fantastic Fire Brigade's Facebook page. If you would rather make a monetary donation, you can support Shop with the Cop through the Stark Police Department. Donations are accepted at the police station on Edwards Road in Stark. Also, an event that's coming up in our area is the Rally X, Nitro Rally X, that will be taking part on the 4th and the 5th out of the firm. I tell you what, if you haven't got tickets and you want to go, you better purchase them now because they are going fast. There's not very many left. I actually jumped on the website a little earlier to check and see how many were available. Right now, if you go through Ticketmasters, you can get some stadium seating for $41 a ticket. But go ahead and let you know, after you purchase it through Ticketmasters, you do have to pay that little extra money, and it comes out to being $56.
Ooh.
So don't take the chance of trying to go out there and get a ticket at the gate because you probably won't. It'll probably be sold out before the event even starts. And of course, Chase Elliott's going to be there.
Yep.
You got some of the great rally racers around the country. You got Tanner Frost. You have
Mr. Pastrana.
Travis Pastrana, Scott Speed, and a bunch of others. It's a great thing for our area. Not every day that we have all these famous drivers all in one place. So if you can purchase a ticket, go out and support it. It'll be great. This event will be taking place over the next 5 years, including this one. And it is the only event on the east side of the Mississippi.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, rest of the events have been out west, and
Right.
I think they're trying to grow it little by little, and hopefully there'll be another event here in eastern United States.
Just something else that you want to mention as well. I've been out there watching the construction of the course. And it's fascinating to see what's happening because one of the jumps they are built is the height of a 5-story building. They are bringing in dirt and clay to build the track up like you've never seen before. And it's become a permanent part of this one. Be used in the future for crawling for the fallen. They've got another spring Jeep event coming up later on in March. And May. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. But this particular event is going to be very impressive. If you've never watched rally car racing before, it's very impressive. And you'll want to tune in for this one. And again, like Mitchell said, tickets are going fast. We are anticipating anywhere from 3 to could be up to 5,000 people in attendance, and the seating is limited. So if you're going to come out and watch some very impressive racing and some really good drivers, you better log on and do it while you can.
Well, I think at the last event, Michael, that they had out in Arizona, I think they had a total of 7,500 spectators.
Right. Yep.
I hope we outdo them in this area to just show them how much the passion of racing is in the area. And, hey, maybe we can get 2 events later on in the future out there with the Nitro Rally X. Like I said, try to check it out. And it will be streamed on Peacock. So if you can't make it out, you can watch it on there.
Hey, I want a spectator of ours or a fan of ours that's watching the show. I would like to answer a question. Mary says, "I wish y'all could do your show up here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, for a New Year's party." Hey, we can do that if they're sponsors. Well, no, we can't. Not this year. Not this year. I am booked. I am booked. So is Heater. Heater's really booked.
I'm really booked.
He's really booked.
But it would make a nice anniversary trip.
Yes, it would. But I wanted to address that, and Deanne and TJ, for you guys as well. We're willing to go anywhere. If the price is right and you can get some sponsors to help us out with some costs, we're not... and here, we talked about going to Pascagoula, Mississippi and doing a show. We talked about Mobile, Alabama. We talked about several different places. But I'm glad I seen that comment. All you got to do is hit us up on our Facebook page and just ask that question. And Michael or myself or Dave or Mitchell will get back with you and work out all the details. But wait, we're not objective to going anywhere. If the timing and everybody's can do it is right, we'll go do a show if it's worth it. And especially, like I said, if you can get sponsors up there maybe to sponsor the show.
And I tell you what, you keep on watching this show week after week. Even though we might not be able to get press passes to go out there for the Nitro Rally X,
right.
There is a possibility in the soon future that we will be doing a show out at the firm.
Yes.
They said they would love to have us one night and go over what they do on a daily basis on their schooling and their open track days and stuff like that. So that'll come up, and hopefully we'll be going down to Orlando.
Yeah, we got Orlando
here in first weekend of March. For the Door Slammer Nationals. Hopefully that invite will be open to do that. So, and like you said, we're always looking for other places to go or businesses that would like to have us. Just give us a call.
Yep. All right. What else, Mitchell? I guess our special guest, huh?
Yes, we can go ahead and start getting into Christmas on Call Street. One of the great events. I've been honored to go in and help out with this event by holding the car show. But I tell you what, there's a lot more going on just a car show down there.
Right.
And they're going to fill us all in on all that information.
Yeah, and Michael Heater gets involved, Dave Holland gets involved. We all get involved in some sort of aspect or another. And I want to bring them on in right now, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in, Deanne. And you're going to leave them right there? We're just going to leave them right there? We're going to have a dual camera?
Hello, everyone.
So we got TJ and Deanne Kirkland. Gilbert Kirkland, should I say. They own Making the Cut and Downtown Start. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. I know we got a big event coming up. It's in big red letters there. Christmas on Call Street. You can't miss that. Again, thank you guys for coming on and talking about this. I know a lot of people's got a lot of questions about what you guys have got going on. So I'm going to turn the floor over to you, and you take what you need and explain to everybody what you got cooking down there.
All right.
Well, we'll just kind of go down the list and just do a general overall. And so let's just do this. It's going to be it's actually a multi-day event when we put it all together. Christmas on Call Street was started. This will be our third year doing it, and we wanted the community to do something for the community that was just a better way to express the holiday spirit. So we got with Pam Whittle with the Chamber of Commerce here, and we've got with some other people with the city and downtown merchants, and we all got together and said, well, let's try to put this thing together. We did, and it was a successful year. Last year had its ups and downs, but we still had a successful event despite everything that everybody's been going through in the nation. And this year we're back on track, and it looks like it's going to be another great event. So I'm going to go down through the list of a few things here that we have and what's going to come up this year. And the first thing is going to be on Thursday evening. We're doing our third annual Miss Winter Fest. It's a pageant. It's a beauty pageant. It's going to be held at the Women's Club. I guess for more information, I think they've already had a meeting on all this stuff.
Right.
But for information on that, she can call the Downtown Grill and talk to Chrissy. She can put them in the right places. Just call and talk to Chrissy about that.
Can I enter that? I got long enough hair. Can I enter that? No.
Knock
Okay.
yourself
Definitely out. Okay.
Anyway,
It
so that's
would-
all.
it would not- it would not be a
moving
fair-
on. Moving on.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah.
We don't want to see an address.
No, you wouldn't want to see that. I can tell you that.
We better not go there.
If you're
Anyway.
interested in just coming to watch the show, you can buy tickets. So call the Downtown Grill, ask for
Absolutely.
Chrissy. She knows information
Yeah.
to
So
get for that.
now on Friday night is kind of our kickoff, and that's a real special night that we set aside. It starts at let's see. This year we're doing a Holly Jolly 5K run. And that's new this year. That is going to be. I've got a flyer here. The Holly Jolly is actually being presented by the Bradford County Department of Health. It's a 5K run. It will pre-registration in person will begin at 4:30 on Friday evening. That will be the 10th. Of
At the
December
square.
at the square, the pavilion, and there's a route you can call. There's a link here. It's at, and I don't have my glasses. What does that say? Bradford County DOH Holly Jolly 5K. There's a link on this flyer. You can call the health department. They can give you more information about it. But it says the first 25 participants will get free backpacks. And anybody that's 18 or under the age of 18 will need to have a partner with them. So if you got some, young ones that want to participate in it, they're more than welcome to do so. They just have to be, there has to be an adult with them for them to go, because it will be done during the evening hours, so it's going to be dark. And they also make sure you wear light colored clothing or some reflective clothing, so we can be safe. And the route and all is on the flyer. There's a flyer. I don't know if you can get a picture of that. So we got that. So, okay, that's on Friday evening. That kind of starts everything off, like I said, around 5:30 the race begins. After 5:30, we'll be setting up a live nativity, this is our third year doing the live nativity. The presentation of the gospel of Christmas, the Christmas story. In live form. We'll have a few live animals out there, and we also have a community Christmas service. And so we'll do the lighting of the Christmas tree that evening to kick everything off, and then we go into the service, and the service starts, I believe, at 7 p.m.
Lighting of the Christmas trees at 6:45.
6:45 for the lighting of the tree. And then the live nativity starts at 6:45, and then the music and service. And it's a great time for people to come out. We've really enjoyed the last couple of years. The local churches that have gotten together, that participate in that, have done a really, really fine job with that. And we just appreciate all those that are willing to give their time to put that on. So that's on Friday night. Also, we have this year, now in years past, we were able to do carriage rides with horse and carriage. And unfortunately, due to some of the, situations from last year, a lot of those folks were not able to weather the storm. And so they're not in there. So we said, well, what can we do to kind of keep the same type of activity, but so this year we're doing cart rides. So I believe we have 4 golf carts. Now we're still doing a historic ride,
Right.
but they will be done on golf carts this year. So there will be tickets for that. And also, let me just throw this out there. Any money that is raised for this, unless there's a specific, and I'll go, there's a few other things that are doing some specific. But what we do on Christmas and on Call Street, all the proceeds that we get is to buy a new Christmas tree for downtown. We've been in the works of this for 3 years. That's been one of the main things that we've been trying to do. So a Christmas tree is what we're actually raising money for, and to grow the event each year.
And just so everybody understands, Christmas trees that go outdoors for things like this start at $10,000 and go up.
Yeah,
So
I knew
Very
we're
pricey.
now, and that's just the tree. So you also have to have lights. You also have to have decorations.
Oh my goodness.
So this is really a big task. We do have some money that we've had donations for. So any donations, our goal is to have our goal was to have the tree this year. We were a little bit short this year, but our goal is to definitely have the new tree next year. So that is what we are trying. That's the biggest thing we're trying to raise money for with the city, along with the city and all that, so that we can make it beautiful for.
So
Bradford area.
so if somebody wanted to donate for the tree, how do they do that?
They can donate to the downtown merchants
Christmas on Call Street,
Okay.
and they can designate that fund to go for
Directly
that.
to the
They
tree,
can designate
yes.
the funds to go directly for the Christmas tree
There's
or whatever.
there's a specific pot that has specific money for that. So if you want to designate it for that, you just let us know
designate the
this.
fund.
I want this money to go to the tree, and that money will go right to the tree.
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you right now that it may be a little late for this year, but the Fantastic Fire Brigade will drop $100. Catch me after the show, and we'll take care of it.
Well, thank you,
sounds
thank you
great.
very much. So anybody, the donations are definitely appreciated. You can contact us at Making the Cut or Chrissy at the Grill, and we can let you know how to get donations to us, or
So-
you can come to the event and donate that way.
Absolutely.
I was just going to say,
Yeah,
come to the-
absolutely. Donations are readily and graciously accepted.
Yeah.
At all times for this. Also, okay, so that's Friday evening. Now Saturday is our big day. Everything will start around 10 o'clock on Saturday. We have vendors. Now there will be some vendors setting up on Friday evening as well, but the main day for vendors and all will be Saturday, and the event starts around 10 a.m. We have some live entertainment this year. If you really want to come out and throw tomatoes, I will be taking the stage around 1 o'clock and playing a few Christmas songs. So, if nothing else, come out and I'll dodge cabbage.
I like it.
So anyway, so we got some live entertainment. I believe the school bands, and we've got. I know for a fact that I talked to a gentleman today. We do have a jazz band that is coming out. Now it's not a school jazz. It's not the school jazz band. It's an actual jazz band, I believe. They're going to participate this year, so we've got that as entertainment. I believe Jalen Bell will be performing for us, and then I've got a couple of others. They say they're going to be there. I don't want to put them on the spot right yet till they confirm, but we've got a couple other acts too that's going to come.
Somebody also told me that just through the grapevine that y'all have the Trans-Siberian Orchestra coming too. Is that right?
Yeah, okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
With the visions of sugar.
I wanted to see Michael's face because he wouldn't see Man I'm Steamroller, didn't he?
Let me tell you.
Yeah, and I was going to use him, but
I'd love to see the orchestra. That would be,
Band,
oh my gosh.
boy, I
that would
tell you,
definitely
wouldn't that be
something.
nice?
Yes.
You wouldn't have enough room in starting.
You're right. You're right.
Well, I can assure you what takes place at 1 o'clock on the stage will not be that.
I got you. All right.
So anyway, so everything starts that way. We're going to have a game tent set up, I believe, for the kids. We have some games that they can play and do whatever. This is all taking place Saturday throughout the day, 10 o'clock until about 5 o'clock. We have Mitchell's car show. He can speak more about that here in just a minute. And then, of course, we have the parade starts at 6 p.m. and Santa will be ushered in during that time. So, I got notes on the back here. Okay. We're having last year we had a vendor decorating contest. So if you are a vendor and you are coming out to set up, there is a cash prize for the best decorated. I'm not out.
There's 3 cash prizes.
Okay,
Oh.
3 cash prizes.
First, second, and third.
All right.
$100, $75,
And that is
and $50.
sponsored. That is being sponsored by Daryl and Becky Dugan of A. Bradford Plus Insurance. They're the ones that are sponsoring that event. It's a really great event, and we appreciate them.
Decorations
doing
were
that.
fabulous last
They
year, so we
were.
got to beat them this year.
Yep, that's right. Let's see. We've already talked about the Christmas tree. What does that say? Right, vendor, bishop.
Oh, the vendor, just so everybody knows, after the parade starts at 6, Santa will be ushered in on the parade. He will wind up back at the square. Also, there will be food vendors and the regular vendors there after the parade. So please hang out after the parade. Come spend some money. Come eat. Come see Santa. We're also going to be playing a movie. Also, Miss Twinkle, Grammy Twinkles, will be reading to the kids as they're waiting on Santa to get to the square, because sometimes it takes Santa a little longer since he's at the back of the parade. So there will be entertainment to keep the kids.
Granny who?
Twinkles.
Grammy Twinkles.
Granny Twinkles.
Yep. She'll be reading she's read to the kids the last 3 years, or this will be the 3rd year. So she'll be there to
reads to the
keep the
kids
kiddos
while-
entertained while they're waiting on Santa. So
Also, I want to shout out this Community State Bank is also doing a fundraiser for Shop with the Cop. There's their flyer for that. Let me make sure I put that. I know where we had. There we are. Okay, got that. Okay, and what this is for, if I'm not mistaken, anybody, individuals, families, groups, businesses, or organizations of any kind can adopt a tree for $60 and decorate it to, in the remembrance of a loved one, or to promote their business or group or organization, whatever they need. And Community State, they supply the tree. You decorate the tree with your decorations. And then what we're going to do this year is they're going to be lined up around the square, I believe, this year.
Right.
And ornate with the rest of the lighting to add to that.
So that's where the trees will be displayed at the square for the event.
Yes, and that's an event sponsored by Community State Bank, and it's to raise money for Shop with the Cop. And like I said, we appreciate them being a part of that with us this year.
Right.
It's another thing that's helping grow our event each year, which is what we're trying to get more people involved in it, and that's a wonderful thing there.
That's Barry Warren as well there.
Yes.
So if you can get a hold of Barry as well too.
Okay, yes, Barry is a point of contact for that as well. And then on Sunday, we have Breakfast with Santa this year. And so, let's see. Breakfast with Santa will start around 8 a.m. at the Downtown Grill, and reservations are required. Now, this event, it sells out, it books up quick.
Mike, did you get your reservation in?
It books up
I
quick.
need to do it today.
Yeah, it does. This is one of our more popular events.
Last year we had to do 2 days because we had so many people wanting to get into it.
And I was going to ask you that.
Yeah.
So, but what we're going to do, the reason why we switched it to Sunday this year is because we're just going to
prolong the event
prolong
for the
it,
day.
not do just breakfast. So it will go into
If
the
we
lunch.
need to, we can go into the lunch
So we'll
hour.
try to get as many kids
But
as we
there
can,
is-
but there is limited times, so you need to get in as quick as you can.
Yes, if you're interested
Call the
in
Downtown
that,
Grill and get reservations.
that's exactly right. One other thing I want to touch base on too real quick. Last year, on Friday evening during the praise and worship service portion of our program in our event, we blocked the streets off. We have the street closures for a reason. It's very much for safety, because there's a lot of things going on down here during that time. Last year, unfortunately, some folks did not heed the barricades. They moved them, and we almost had a fatal incident down here.
With the carriage rides.
With the carriage rides. And what happened was the individual that breached the barricades, they moved them on their own and come out there. We had carriages full of children and adults, and they almost ran them over, and it caused a really, really, really dangerous situation. And we also on Saturday had some folks that were taking it upon themselves to move barricades out of the way. Folks, these barricades are there for a reason. I actually had one individual say, well, there's no signs on it. Well, I know it's been quite a while since people's played with Crayolas, but I mean, if we have to write it in crayon, I guess we can. But if a barricade is up on a street and we're having an event, that's there for a reason. And that reason is for safety. So please, please, when you see those barricades, even if it's not manned by a police officer or a deputy that are helping or any staff member, please be aware that they're there for a reason, and just to leave them there.
That's a good point.
We want this to be a safe event. We do it. A lot of folks put a lot of time and volunteer effort into this and a lot of money into this. So we can keep it a free event. And if we have to start doing these things and paying for securities and stuff like that, we're going to have to recoup that money in other ways. Right. And so then it becomes more or less a paid event. And we're trying to keep this as a community effort. So please, please, when you see these barricades or you see folks that are wearing, and most of our staff during the day have red shirts that says Christmas on Call Street staff on it. If you see that red shirt and you have a question, please come to one of us ahead, and let us know, because we'd be more than happy to help you with anything that needs to be done, or if you have a question about anything. But please do not breach those barricades, because, like I said, last year we had a really, really bad situation, and thank the Lord, everything was okay. We did have a couple of animals that got hurt that had to have medical attention from a veterinarian. But other than that, everything was okay. So let's be mindful of that and what's going on down here.
Glad you brought that up.
Yeah. So other than, I'm trying to think if there's anything else other than I'll let Mitchell
talk about the car show portion.
Do his spin on the car show portion.
Sure. Doing this car show down there brings a lot of joy to me. I enjoy doing it, enjoy helping out downtown merchants. Keep things for people to do in the community. That's what we want. And doing these car shows, this car show is free. It's free to everybody. It's open to all makes, models, and years. So we would like you to come out and support it. So far, on the Facebook page that I set up, 209 people said they're interested or they're coming. So I'm really hoping that we get that many cars. Awesome. It will be great. We're going to have awards for Best of Show. We're going to have plaques for the top 10, and we're going to have nice certificates framed for the top 20. Go over those sponsors. The 8x10 is going to be sponsored by On the Spot with David Rodgers for the Best of Show. The plaques for the top 10 are going to be Edward Jones, the Shops at Thompson Street, Making the Cut, Sap Station, Sporting Chance, Red Dog Saloon, the Downtown Grill, Williams Jewelry, It's Your Day Bridal, and a Bradford Plus Insurance. So we may even have some more people to sponsor the event. If those companies feel like they still want to sponsor, please do. We can use that money to help with door prizes. I have door prizes on the way. Some of them are really nice shirts and things that guys like to wear. But we also like to try to get some stuff for the ladies, because we also have some ladies that bring some cars as well. We're going to do a 50-50, and the 50-50 is open for everybody, not just the car show participants, but for everybody. And what we're going to do with the 50-50 money, half of it will go to the winner, the other half is going to go back to the downtown merchants to help with a Christmas tree, or whatever else that we may need in the future. So I'm really looking forward to it. I have one group, they go to a cruise in up in Jacksonville. They said, hey, let's just get everybody from the cruise in and let's go over to Stark. Gary Peacock, a real nice guy, he spoke out for me. He said, Mitchell does a great job, and y'all should come.
Gary's a good guy.
So he's out there trying to get the word out to do it. And we've had some really great cars in the past, and we're
yeah,
looking
it's a great
forward to some more great cars, and they will be parked all along Call Street, starting at the Florida Pest Control, going down to the tracks. And then we also have some areas that we may be able to use for overflow.
Gotcha. So,
Yeah, that'd be nice if we had that many cars. We used overflow.
Yes,
That'd be great.
That's one thing I was going to say is, you know, Pam takes care of the parade every year.
Right.
And now last year's an exception because of some of the stuff that everybody was dealing with. But the year before that, we probably had one of the better parades that I have ever seen here with some of those floats that we had that year. And I'm going to tell you, folks, if you were not here for that parade, you missed a parade, because there was some parade floats in that one that would rival some of the bigger cities that I have ever been in to see parade floats.
Yeah.
They were
It was great.
And I'm glad that you brought up the parade, because these car show participants, they can also be in the parade after the car show is
absolutely.
over.
yes.
And if those people want to dress up their cars and decorate them, they're more than happy to do so.
Also
And-
with side by sides. If you have a side by side, throw some lights on it and get in the parade.
The
more the merrier.
The more the merrier.
People love
That's
to
what
see
we're
them.
wanting to do. We're wanting to grow this event annually, and really, we've tried to implement some contests, because we would like to have baking contests. And the first year we had a cookie baking contest and stuff. It didn't really go over real well, and I don't know if it was because we just didn't advertise it well enough, or if people just, if there's other things. We're open after every one of these events. From January to March, we do a think tank, and we try to take suggestions. What can we make better? What can we keep? What, the formats and all that. First year, we learned some stuff. Second year, we learned some stuff. Third year, we're kind of knowing what's working
Right.
a little bit more than others. But we're always open for suggestions on contests, because we would really love to have community participation. That's one thing I will say is I'm a little taken back by the lack of participation, especially when it comes to entertainment on Saturday. I know there's folks, and don't get me wrong, if you're a musician and you're making money and you're doing it for a living, I get it. I used to do some of that myself. But if you're wanting to get your band's name out there, or you're wanting to get, a little more recognition, there's no better way to do it than to do it at a community event where there's going to be quite a few, especially a big event, where there's quite a few people that you can, give 30 minutes. I mean, usually what we ask, 30 minutes, no more than an hour usually, unless you want to do more.
Right.
But most people want to do about 30 minutes or 45-minute program. And so you're just donating your time, you're giving back to the community, and you're also exposing yourself out there. Like I said, I've spoke to some folks, and of course, when you tell them that we don't have a large budget. So, it's kind of a pro bono thing. Well, then they just kind of sink away and say, me, I always use it as an opportunity just to have fun. Use it as a time to have fun and go out there and just showcase what you got, because those other paying gigs, they'll come.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They'll come.
Oh, yeah.
So
And
anyway.
speaking of decorations too, one more thing I do want to say: if you live around Stark or you own a business on Call Street, put some lights up for us.
Absolutely.
Our golf cart trail will be running around the neighborhoods back here behind Call Street, and they would love to see lights. So
Yeah,
just put a
we
few
would.
lights up. Put a few things in the yard.
So I'm sorry, I probably
good.
should have maybe mentioned this prior to now, but
Oh boy.
so you've got how many golf carts that hold how many people?
We have two
I
that holds.
believe we have
I think we have two that hold 6,
three-seaters and two.
and then
two
2
rec-
4-seaters.
And you have drivers?
Yeah. Well, the driver.
Because
The drivers are the historians, from what
They're
I.
gonna
From
be
what-
they're gonna be talking and
they're
telling you
talking
about
and
the
driving.
okay,
yeah
I'm-
about the neighborhood.
I was going to say, because Friday night, I happen to know of a big red truck that carries 15 people that would be happy to drive around the neighborhood if the historians wanted to talk, sitting up on top of the truck and everything like that one. So if something falls through,
Okay.
I'm sure we can
will
come up
keep
with
that in
something
mind.
else.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I wanted to tell y'all something too, and I've been meaning to get with you. And maybe I wanted to get with Michael too, because I wanted to sort of be a combo package, but I'm just throwing it out here right now. And maybe it's something that you may want to do, but y'all know I own a DJ service. and I do a lot of weddings, do a lot of parties, and I'm willing to throw in a DJ service for somebody. $500 package. That's what I charge to go out the door. For some, I don't know if you got anything big for somebody to win like that or whatever. Mike, I know we haven't talked, and I'd like to combine it with the Fantastic Fire Brigade, but
Well, and that's actually interesting because one of the things that we're working on
Yes.
is of course, everyone knows the business has a fire engine, which is engine 17.
Right.
And I bought a ladder truck, so it's ladder 17. And I'm buying a big box medical unit that's going to be called Jambulance 17 because we want to incorporate DJ service into that. That's going to be David's ride when I finally get that put together. Something for him to work on. But I think it's a great idea. And I know he's good because I understand he's DJing a heck of a wedding on New Year's Day.
yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, New Year's Day, I can't do jack nothing except one
Well,
event.
let us ask you this: can
Yeah.
David Rodgers come down and do the parade for us? Shoot the parade.
That would be Mr. Holland. That is
Okay.
Mr. Holland's
It
deal.
would be
Now,
exciting to have it on.
see,
Have it live.
well,
Yeah,
we
if
can
we
do
could
that.
We did that previously.
We did that previously.
We got caught because of a
the
particular
music.
Of the
song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember
But
that
we
now.
have ways around
Around
this.
that.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
if we can do that, what we can set up. We can ask permission to set you up in the balcony above the bridal shop.
See, that would be awesome
And
right
you,
there.
So
He
you'd
would
be
love
above.
look
You'd be
down.
above the ground. You'd have the whole
Dave,
area.
man, that would be
So
a perfect
we
shot.
we will talk about that and get permission, and then
Okay.
we'll get back
And
with you
on the
because that
spot-
would be great because everybody's float would be
You're
live.
talking about that,
So-
right there by the track?
Yes.
Yes, the building
Right
right,
across
by the
from
top.
the-
Where Tony's.
Yeah.
Tony and Al's
Tony's
right above Tony.
Right,
and
yeah,
Al's.
right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, that balcony right there.
So if we can work that out, that would be fabulous.
Absolutely. So we can work
But
on
yeah,
that.
that's what we're trying to do is we're trying to promote participation, and
Yeah.
so whatever we can do that will, people will come out and we can offer like that. Of course, we didn't know anything about that this year, so everything's kind of
I mean, I just-
so that's kind of short notice for this year. But that's a great idea, and that's something that we can see. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the ideas that we have. We can do that,
Yeah.
and then by offering that, maybe that will spur.
I mean, somebody that maybe entered I don't know what you would give away to, or whatever, or what kind of event that you would give that prize away, but what if somebody wanted that's having a big party coming up, or a
Absolutely.
wedding coming
Exactly.
up?
That
Now
would
they
be
don't
awesome.
have to buy a
Yes.
DJ.
No,
Yeah.
that's right.
You know.
Their entertainment is taken care of as
Right.
far as spending the
Well,
the
maybe
music.
So-
we could just
so-
sell tickets and draw names.
You can do that.
Draw a winner.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can do that for next year, like you said, since
like
it's
I
short
said,
notice.
we're-
And on the visual side of it, there's a lot of folks out there that can't get out of their house.
absolutely,
But
and
yet
this,
they could, they can enjoy watching what's going on
Exactly.
right around the corner.
Yes,
where they're at.
yes, that would be
that
fabulous.
would be
Absolutely.
great. Yeah, we've got a lot of vision, and those that have been working with us the last few years, they see our vision and they want to be part of it. And the core group that's been here from the onset, Mitchell and those of y'all that have helped us promote this thing on the outside.
And praise the Lord for our fellow buddy over here.
Michael Heater,
And,
yeah.
last year, if it wasn't for him, we'd have been in such
Yeah,
trouble with all
because,
the
yeah, he
people
helped-
running the
he-
barricades.
yeah,
so he really helped
Yeah.
control that
It-
last year
it's-
because
he
it was really
very
bad.
instrumental in
So
getting
we appreciate
everything
that
into the
and-
square after the parade. As the parade was ending and concluding. So anyway, I think that pretty much sums up what we have going on tap for this year.
Okay.
Any point of contact that you want to make, you can call my wife. You can call our shop. It's Making the Cut. The number there is 904-964-6483. You can call during regular business hours if you have any questions of that, or you can contact her at 904-263-6288 if you have any questions about anything pertaining to the event. And if she doesn't have the answer, we'll definitely get you one.
And we do still
So-
have some vendor slots if anybody's interested. So just
Yes.
contact me as soon as you can so we can get you on the list.
Well,
And you can catch us all again on WEAG.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Monday.
excellent Monday.
At
Yeah.
9:30. So
9:30.
Yep. We'll be doing this all over again.
And then we'll again say it on Tuesday, next Tuesday for you guys as well. We'll be talking. That's probably one of the big things we'll be talking about on next show as well. So
Awesome.
I want to thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for the great
Absolutely.
information.
Thank you for letting
Thank you
us
for-
have the
absolutely.
opportunity
Absolutely.
to come in
I
and
want you
share our
to
event.
I want you to stick around as we get ready to wrap up the show. I want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight and joined in with us tonight. Thank you for coming on the spot with David Rodgers. We love each and every one of you. If there's an event or anything like these fine people just talked about, they got Christmas on Call Street coming up. But if you have an event or something that you want to get, all they got to do is hit us up on Facebook, right, Mike? And what's that Gmail address again?
You can hit us up at onthespot32091 at gmail.com. What was that you say? I
Say it.
said onthespot32091 at gmail.com.
And that's the one. All right. I want these guys to stick around. Mike, do we got college pick'ems?
We will have college pick'ems.
All right, we got college pick'ems coming up, so I want y'all to stick around. I know you said you hadn't watched a lot of football, but you know the teams, you know football and stuff. So we've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. So Dave Holland, I know this is one of your favorite times. Do you know the 2 times that we did this? You're 8-7. That's not bad.
Yeah,
8
not
wins,
bad.
7 losses. Michael, you're 8-7.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't
Mitchell
think that was-
Gunner, you're 8-7. Byron Bagwell's 8-7. David Rodgers is 9-6.
I think you're cheating.
I know it. And that's if you listen.
I would
If
come
you
out.
listen to Friday Night
Kevin
Football.
Howe's right. You cheating.
Hey, if you listen to Friday Night Football at all during halftime, we do college pick'ems. Well, of course, I come up with the games, and of course, I write everybody's team down.
Yeah.
Write it in pen. Y'all see me every time. Kevin has accused me
Erasable pen.
of cheating because I won it 2 years in a row. I can't help that I'm good at picking these teams.
Well, I don't see what's wrong with, first place and a
Yeah.
10-way split for second.
There's nothing wrong with that. So, and if you've listened to Jeff Udy's picks, I don't know where the hell he gets his picks from. Some of those, I don't even know their schools.
Poor
Right?
Jeff.
I just want, have you ever heard of a fruit rooster?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, well, you've heard that
If
one.
it's got to be with
Might-
football, who
yeah.
knows?
Yeah, well, there's, he
Pertaining
picked
to-
something Palmetto Sunshine State Fruit Roosters. What kind of college is that?
And
So
really-
Jeff don't count, but they're trying to say he's undefeated.
But he is
Because-
smart. There really is a fruit rooster.
Yeah, there is. Kevin got me on a picture of one. Y'all can look that up later.
By the jackalope.
Yeah, like a jackalope. Yeah, we've had that too, and a rebel back. I've gotten that one thrown at me. But anyway, I'm 9-6. I don't care what y'all say. All right, Michael's coming up with pick'ems here in just a minute. So we got the championship games coming up. So I already know one of them. The SEC championship. You've got Georgia and Alabama. Deanna, who do you want?
Alabama.
She wants Bama.
Sorry. Well, I don't know. Georgia's looking pretty good. You know what? Let's do Georgia.
You want Georgia, all right? TJ, what do you want?
I'm going to go with the dogs.
Going with the dogs. All right, Dave Holland.
I want to see Alabama get their butt whooped.
So
Yeah,
you
that
want
would
Georgia.
be good to see that. Yeah.
Okay, you want Georgia. All right, I'm waiting for Byron too. Michael, who do you want?
It's going to be a good game.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is going to be good.
And Georgia's going to win.
Georgia's going to win.
Wow.
All right, Mitchell.
Georgia wins by 17. I've seen
Ooh.
how Alabama's been playing and how they played this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't look very impressive. So Georgia by 17.
Well, Georgia is definitely on the.
Yeah. Auburn should have
Climb,
won
boy.
that game.
You got to love Shirley Bagwell.
Uh-oh.
Here we are picking Alabama and Georgia. She goes, you have. Just like Jeff Udy's picks. Not even in the ballpark. Goodness gracious alive. Michael Box says dogs all the way. I'm going with Georgia too. So I think it's going to be closer to what people think, though. All right, Michigan and Iowa.
Iowa.
You going with Iowa?
Yep.
All right, and all right, you like Iowa. All right, TJ.
going with Iowa just because I'm not a Michigan.
I figured that. Iowa. All right. Dave Holland.
I'm going with TJ.
Iowa.
Yeah, I'm
All
an
right.
Ohio State fan.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. Well,
But I don't even have to ask Michael. Let me tell you a little story here.
Oh, boy.
We've been doing this for a couple of years now, 2 or 3 years a show. Michael's been with us a couple of years. He has rode Michigan's bandwagon for 2 solid years.
Yeah.
He says he loves UF, of course, that's his team.
Uh-huh.
And then he has been riding Michigan. Finally, he gets to say that they beat Ohio State. So I know Michael's going Michigan. I already know this. I'll just pencil it in. Michigan.
Yes.
All right. Mitchell?
I say Michigan wins by 10.
Oh, goodness. Okay, Michigan. Michigan. Let's see. I don't have any Byron Bagwell. I guess I'll have to get his later. I'll go with Michigan as well. I think it's going to be a good game, though. All right. I know you're coming up with it. Do you have it? All right. Baylor and Oklahoma State in the Big 12 championship game. Who do you got, Deanna?
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
Same for me.
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma State. Okay.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah. Yeah, don't forget the state.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
okay,
it.
State, yeah.
In what will be the biggest surprising upset of the playoffs?
Give you Baylor.
I'll take in Baylor.
Okay. I actually like Baylor in this one too, but I'm going OSU. I think just a little too much. All right, let me see. I'm trying to get the big ones here.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Pittsburgh against the Pitt Panthers against Wake Forest. That's for the ACC championship. No Clemson.
I know.
No Clemson. No Florida State. None of that crap. It's these two.
Florida State.
Yep. So, Deanna, who you want? You want Pitt or Wake Forest?
Wake Forest.
Good pick. Good pick. Good pick. Yeah.
How am
Dave?
I picking for you?
I'm not real familiar with either one.
Okay.
Penn.
Pitt. Okay. You want Pitt. Okay. Michael?
You know, this is going to be a close game.
I think it is too.
And I want Wake Forest to win.
Yep.
I really do.
Okay. So, therefore, you'll take Pitt.
No, I'm going to take Wake Forest,
Okay.
but it's only going to be by 3 points.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Wake Forest, but I'm telling you what, it's going to be a dogfight.
Give me the big W and big F.
Wake Forest. Yeah, give me Wake Forest too.
Yeah. Wake Forest is one of those teams.
Teams,
Man,
yeah, man. Small. Do you know those are small?
They just
They're
pull it
small
out.
D1s, but they can.
They
play
Smallest
can.
ball.
D1 school. Yeah, they can play.
They
They
can
got a
play
good
ball.
coach. They've always got a good coach too.
Heart.
Solo on that. Yeah.
Let's see here. Did I forget? Oh, wait a minute. Where's the Pac-12 championship game there, brother? Do I see it?
Hang on a second. Pac-12?
Right?
All of them are right there. I just can't.
Yeah, hang on a second. Hang on. I'm working on it.
I know who it is though. It's Oregon and Utah.
Yeah.
The Utah Utes or the Oregon Ducks. Deanna,
I go with Oregon, I guess.
you're going with the Ducks. Okay. TJ.
That's going to be a good game. If
Yeah,
it's those
that's
two.
going to be a good game.
You know, I really don't know anything about either one of those teams this year, but I know Oregon's usually pretty stout. Pretty
Yeah, they
strong.
are.
They're pretty
Both of
strong.
them has got a loss. Oregon's got one loss, and actually Utah's got two. But Utah did beat them earlier in the year.
Then I'm going with Oregon.
You're going with Oregon.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I think.
Oregon's not going to take a second
Except
ball.
with-
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're going Oregon.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael,
Whack.
give him Oregon.
I wouldn't do that.
You too.
I'm going with Oregon. I watched the last game that they actually played. Their defense is starting to click
Yep.
very well. They're getting sacks. The offense is always very powerful.
So Mo
I
on
say
their side.
Oregon gets them by 20.
Good grief.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Their
Y'all-
offense
do
is
y'all
very
know-
explosive.
Do y'all know Lee Corso? Of course, college game day. Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast.
Where's your-
I'm
where's
going
your-
with Utah.
I was gonna say, where's the thing?
Yeah, I'm going with the Utah Utes.
Dancing on the table,
Yeah, yeah.
spinning around.
All right. Let's see
Oregon's
here.
too explosive for them.
Did I miss one?
I think Oregon's going to come out quick
Yeah.
and they're going to set the pace.
And they're not going to slow
And I
down.
don't-
We'll see.
I don't
All
think.
right.
I don't think. I think. And again, another close one, but I don't think Utah's going to be able to catch them.
A lot of people like Oregon here.
If it's the second
Well,
meeting of
David-
the year, it's going to be tough.
All right. I've got 2 more picks for you guys. All right. You know your Bradford Tornadoes are out of this thing.
Yeah.
Took a tough loss down in Pahokee. And before we go to these picks, can anybody tell me what Pahokee means? It's a Seminole Indian word for
Grass. Like
grassy what?
No.
grassy water.
Water?
Yes, grassy waters. Nice. Did you know that, Mike?
I did not.
Okay. All right.
Full of Pahokee.
So we're down to the state semifinals, and of
Full of
course,
something else,
Union
too.
County lost last week in a tough ball game. So
Keystone lost also, right?
yes, they're out too.
Yeah.
We got 4
All right.
teams going at it right now.
Huh? Yes.
4 teams.
Yep. So if anybody knows where Chipley is, that's in the Panhandle. It's the Chipley Tigers, 9-3, at the Hawthorne Hornets. That's one of the state semifinal games. Your Hawthorne Hornets down the road. Who do you like,
Hawthorne
Deanna?
and who?
Chipley. Chipley's in the
I
Panhandle.
heard Hawthorne's got a pretty decent ball club this year, so I'm gonna go with
Hawthorne. Yeah.
You're
I'll
going
take
Hawthorne, all right?
What the heck? Why not?
Hawthorne.
That'd be
all right?
good. That's where
Yeah,
my
that's
parents
all right.
live, so you know.
Yeah, there you go. Hawthorne. Let's see what. Oh, Michael Box likes the Hornets. A lot of people like the Hornets. Hi, Dave.
Hawthorne.
Hawthorne. Mike, you want me to just keep going right across?
You can. I will tell you right now. that
You can.
As good as a player that Cornelius Ingram was,
Yeah.
he's even a better coach. And
Yeah, he's a good
really,
coach.
He
Yes,
has done an
he
amazing job
is.
with Hornets. Yes, give me Hawthorne, and this is going to surprise you by double digits.
I think you may be right. We'll see. Mitchell?
I think it's going to be a whole lot closer. I say Hawthorne by 4.
Okay, Hawthorne.
And that's a really weird.
So that means they'll get to the
Taking
state
points.
championship. I like Hawthorne.
A miss-
I like Hawthorne here too.
This extra point and a
Yeah, there's gonna
safety or
be-
something
yeah,
like
there's
some
gonna
kind
be
of
some-
crazy.
All right. We all know this team. They actually beat our Bradford Tornadoes, but not by much. We played them tough. The Madison County Cowboys, 10-3, at the Chiefland Indians, 11-1.
I'm taking Madison.
Indians.
You want
The
you
Indians.
Too many
you want
championships there.
Chiefland?
Yeah.
All right. You going to TJ Chiefland?
No, I'm on Madison.
Okay, you're going Madison. Okay,
Yeah.
Madison County. Okay, Dave.
Chiefland.
Chiefland, he says. He likes Chiefland. Michael?
Chiefland is good,
Yeah.
but they're not going to win.
Madison County, okay.
Maybe I need to
Mitchell.
change my
Madison.
pick.
Madison.
Yeah, you done jinxed
Too
them.
many wins over there for the
Let's see.
Madison
Oh,
Cowboys.
so a lot of people like Chiefland. I'm going with Madison County. That just, you never know, though. All right. Well, that's all we got for Pick'ems today. Michael, real quick weather before we go.
Hey, same thing like we said before, and it's Chamber of Commerce weather, folks. You're looking at what will probably be one of the nicest temperatures and just the low humidity of everything that we're going to be dealing with for a Christmas on Call Street. The weekend is shaping up nicely. A little bit of cloud cover Thursday into Friday, a slight chance of a sprinkle. Don't get your hopes up for any rainfall because it's going to remain dry. But we are looking at seasonal temperatures through the rest of the period and everywhere across the region. Like I said earlier, it's Chamber of Commerce weather. It is going to be beautiful with highs in the 70s, lows right around 50 each morning, all the way through Sunday. Dave?
All right. Thank you, Mike, for that great weather update. Thank you guys for joining us.
Absolutely.
TJ and Deanna
Pleasure.
Kirkland
Pleasure.
coming on for Making the Cut, talking about Christmas on Call Street. If you need any kind of information, make sure you get a hold of these guys. Chrissy as well. Sounds like she's big into it
Oh,
as
absolutely.
well. So, or any of the business that is everybody involved, guys?
We have
pretty
several
much everybody.
we,
what
we
they
have
can-
several businesses that are involved, some a little more than others. Of course, we always say the more the merrier. And we consider everybody from the start of the bypass
Yes.
to the end of the bypass
That's what I thought.
part of downtown merchants.
Okay.
So if you I don't care where you're at, if you're on this stretch of what's this, North Temple?
So the right, yes,
Okay?
North Temple.
If,
Yep.
If you're on North Temple, you're
You're in.
You're pretty much in the zone. So
Sure.
don't think because you're not sitting right on Call Street,
Right.
you're not part of the merchants or can be a part of what we do.
Right.
Because we
Glad you said
really,
that.
honestly, we need more participation because right now there are a few of us doing the work of many. So if we could have more, it would take a lot of the stress and responsibility. We could delegate more responsibilities and actually cover more ground, and I think be a lot more successful.
And
Because
if
we would
kids
like
need
to
to
learn-
earn hours for FFA
Absolutely.
or
Right.
we
Yeah.
can
Community
use,
hours?
yes,
Yes,
we can use kids
absolutely.
to run the games for us and we will sign off on your hours. So if you need to earn
Hey
hours,
folks,
come
we
see us.
forget to look at this
Yes, we're
camera
not used to cameras.
because
Sorry.
I'm used to looking at faces, not a little eye thingy right there. So anyway, I was taught not to look at the eye.
Yeah, there you go.
Look in the
Okay,
eye, but
look
not at
the
the
eye.
eye. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so that's why we kind of. So anyway, but yeah, the more participation. I probably shouldn't have said that, but that's all right. That's why I'm where I'm at. So anyway, so.
Yeah, they.
Yeah.
Just like your singing going to be on the
Yeah.
Saturday. Oh yeah, man.
There we go. So, but yeah, if you want to become part of the downtown merchants, we do have meetings. They've been pretty sporadic, so I'm not going to say we've been on point with everything because stuff has been pretty crazy the last couple of years. But we're trying to get back on track, and the more the merrier. Come out to our meetings, be a part of what we have, give us some input, and feel free to come out and participate. And that's how these things are going to grow. Not just with Christmas on Call Street, but other events that we're planning throughout the year. I know that Michael's got some good ideas that he's put together for the future with some different concert type events and stuff like that. And so we are trying to get those things off the ground and rolling. And so any help we can have with those things would definitely be beneficial for the community, so we can bring more stuff to Bradford County and to the city of Stark.
And when is the next Downtown Merchants meeting?
The next downtown merchants meeting will actually be, we're going to be packing candy tomorrow
anybody
night.
wanna
So
come
if
help
you
pack
want to come
candy?
pack candy tomorrow night
It's for the parade.
for the parade, we'll be at Downtown Grill around 5:30, 6 o'clock.
And the more that come, the quicker we can get done.
Yeah, we'll be stuffing bags.
Stuffing bags of candy.
And the reason we put about 4 or 5 pieces of candy in a bag, we realized that the last couple of years we used to throw it out, but we had some issues because since we couldn't get the cars and all off of Call Street, it set up another safety issue. That's another thing, folks. If you are down at Saturday evening, and we close the roads are closed for the parade, please move your cars off of Call Street, because if you do not, the children will run between the cars and the parade drivers cannot see them, and it creates another safety issue.
I got a good idea.
So we put
well,
the
that's-
candy, we
well,
put
Park
the candy
your
in
cars
bags.
on the street where they're not supposed to be parked. We'll just call Kirk Miracle and have him bring his record.
Well, that's
that
true.
works
Yeah,
for us.
there's a
Yeah.
miracle. There you go,
There's a shout out for you,
Kurt.
So anyway, but no, seriously, we put candy in the bag so we can actually place it, and we don't have. There's 2 reasons for that. It's cleaner. It doesn't create as much mess as we used
Right.
to have in the past with scattered candy and crushed stuff.
And all the kids have to do is pick up the bag, not separate pieces of candy.
Right.
So
It
that's
worked
one
great
of the reasons.
last year. We
but
loved
it,
that way.
it takes a lot of bags because we have a lot.
We have
of
2,000
candy.
bags to fill tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you can
Yes.
just spare 20 minutes of your evening to come help us bag candy.
And if you feel the notion to donate candy, we can always
Absolutely.
take donations. You can bring them to the
Anything-
grill tomorrow or
Some
to our shop.
folks maybe are not able to physically do things. All right. And for those, if you want to donate or sponsor something, we are more than welcome to take your donation or your sponsorship for whatever. Other folks may not have the means to be able to
Right.
give monetarily, but you can give by just donating your time. Your time is a valuable thing. It's a valuable asset, and if you use it and you're a good steward with your time, the blessing will come back to you. We get
I
our
agree.
blessing from the kids. It's such a joy to be involved in especially this event, but other events too, where you see the folks coming out and the community is getting together and people are having a good time, and just having a ball. And I tell you, with the parade, and you see the kids' faces light up when you're part of it. I know with the cars and all, and the cars and different ones, and the side by sides, the buggies, the floats come by, and the kids see that. And you see that the light in their eye, and they see the lights and all that. It really is. It's rewarding. So it does get daunting from time to time.
Sure.
And it can seem a little overwhelming, but after it's all done, and you can sit back and reflect, and you see the kids and the faces, and even the families that come out and they bring their kids, and you're able to be a part of that spirit of Christmas. That's what it's all about.
Makes you feel good, doesn't it?
There's not enough money that can take the place of that.
No.
There's no monetary value you can put on that.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it really is not. So here's why you need.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on again. Reverend Christmas on Call Street, starting actually Thursday night, right?
Yes, the
Next
pageant.
week,
Pageant Thursday, Friday.
The 9th, Thursday night the 9th, and then 10th, 11th, and then Santa breakfast on
Yes.
On
Sunday the
Sunday.
12th.
Praise and worship
So-
service and cart rides and the Holly Jolly 5K is on Friday evening.
Yep.
And the lighting of the Christmas
This tree.
that'll be done. That starts the event. And then Saturday, the event will start at 10 o'clock, and we will have food vendors and craft vendors and all
Good.
sorts of stuff going all day long. And then after the parade's at 6 p.m. And then after that, the vendors, we always encourage the vendors to stick around because there are a lot of folks that are
Absolutely.
stick around after that. So don't pack up your tent when the parade starts,
Right.
Because it's just getting good then.
Right.
So
You're right.
So
Hey, and I'm running that Friday night.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, from the couch to the refrigerator and back.
Which refrigerator?
One at the house.
Oh. On behalf of the missing Byron Bagwell, which he had something to do tonight, of course, our guest, TJ, Deanne Kirkland, Gilbert Kirkland, our producer, Dave Pollock, our director and weatherman, Michael Healer, co-host, Mitchell Gunner. I'm David Rodgers. God bless you guys. Have a great
Thank
night.
you.
Have a great rest of the week. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Don't forget, we have a draw next Tuesday for what's the date? Let's see who wins that $25 gift card. God bless you guys. Have a great night.